What's up, guys? This is Peace and Grome. This is our podcast. Let's just jump right into it. We didn't really have an opener prepared. First thing I want to talk about, of course, Craig. That's the whole reason we even started this was Craig.
You want to talk about Craig's origins, or should I?
You can. You know more about Craig than I do.
So originally what happened was back in August of 2016.
I don't know, something like that.
Craig posted a story on his Snapchat with a bunch of his buddies, and he was around a microphone and said, "New podcast coming soon." I think I'll talk to him about it. If we could get him on the show to find out what he really said, that'd be great. Because I don't know why he scrapped it. I don't know if it wasn't funny, or he didn't want to edit it, or it just took too much of his time. But there's definitely, the audio file is still out there somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but it's probably still out there. I offered to edit it and everything.
He offered to do the work for him, but Craig just refuses to post the podcast. We ask him on a daily basis if he'll post a podcast, and then he just tells us that the world isn't ready for it.
But anyway, about a week passed, and I asked him where his podcast was. No reply. Then I asked him about a month later, and he said, "Soon, man." It's been about 2 years since that event, and I haven't seen or heard anything about it. I know he hangs around the same people. I don't know if he just got bored with it. He's Craig, man. I don't know. All I know is I was promised something, and now it's taken away from me. He gifted the Indian giver. He took it away before he even gave it. I don't know if he can do that, but that's what he did. And now I'm just sitting here all alone. Without Craig. Yeah. With you, of course.
Well, yeah, so you want to tell them what you've done now? Your punishment? Well, not punishment. You're helping everyone.
Yes, Here's the thing, is everyone had a chance to post a podcast that was like a minute long for a good week. I think it went on for
hold on. You gotta start with Silas now has made this giant group chat. There's a lot of people in it. I don't know how many people are in it.
Yeah, you're right.
The rule is you get stuck in that group chat unless you make your own podcast, or if Craig posts his podcast. Mm-hmm. So somebody makes a podcast, like recently I made a podcast, it was 3 minutes long. The only other rule is the next person to make a podcast, it's got to be 5 minutes longer than the next. But with Craig, if he posts his podcast, that's a jailbreak. Everybody's allowed out of that group chat. So people are begging him to make a podcast.
I think they're offering him money.
They're offering him money.
Real world money.
He's up to like $35.
$38.
$38. They're offering him $38 to make this podcast so they could be freed from this group chat. At this point, I'm the only one. Me and my girlfriend were the only ones who made a podcast so far, and still nobody is taking that. Mm-hmm. So we decided to make this podcast as a punishment. So now we're gonna make this as long as we can, and
really push Craig those limits. Because the more Craig Bertram we get in a podcast, the better.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if he posts a podcast, if we do this for 45 minutes,
he's got to post one for 50.
He's got to post one. If he only posts one for 30, he's got to make a new one.
He's got to make a new one.
So. A win-win for us.
It's a win-win for us. We get more Craig, and everybody else begs Craig for more. You brought this on yourself. Craig, if you're listening to this,
you promised something on social media, and you expected no consequences.
You brought this on yourself. I think we're up to 5 group chats now of different ones that just say, we have all these group chats, and the second Craig joins it, it turns into another Craig's podcast, and it becomes a jail for people who don't even know who Craig is. It's now just become a prison, and we've lost a lot of friends.
Craig's like Beetlejuice. If you
say his name 3 times, he shows up.
If you say his name 3 times on the NKU campus, you'll find him. Everyone knows who Craig is, but nobody knows who he is.
Yeah,
you know of him, but you don't know.
Like, he's the guy you hear stories about, but that's really it.
He's his own like legend.
Yeah.
He's made his own legacy. I admire it more than I should, but it's really incredible.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
Like everyone I've ever talked to, I don't go to NKU personally. Every party or anything I've ever been to, I ask them if they know who Craig is, because Craig was like the first person I've ever met. And everybody says, Craig Bertram, I've heard of that guy, and then they'll have something to say about him, but nobody can tell me what he looks like or where he is.
You went to UC?
Yeah.
Did they know who Craig was?
No.
They didn't know?
Uh-uh.
I didn't know if, like, ATO talked, if they said, we have a guy named Craig.
No, okay. ATO, NKU ATO, and UC ATO hated each other.
Really?
Yeah, they were always like, I don't know, I think they were like dogging each other out of money or something. Like they went to like a concert or something, and they like charged NKU double so that it would like pay for their tickets or something like that.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. If you think about it, like who's the real like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think UC kind of won with that one.
I mean, it was dirty, but
I don't know, but like go Bearcats, I'm UC all the way.
careful.
Oh,
We
sorry.
want to have Craig on here.
Yeah.
We want to be. You got to be.
I mean,
impartial.
I like Craig. I like him a lot. I wish he'd post a podcast.
Another thing
I want to hear more.
is every time you see Craig, you'll know you met him. He will not
He'll
know.
never remember you. I have met this dude 4 times now, 4 different parties, and I'll come up to him and I'll go, Craig, what's up, dude? And he goes, what's up, bro? He'll dab me up. He'll give me the like little bro thing. Like he'll pat me on the back. He's like, so good to see you. Won't say your name on purpose because he doesn't remember you. And then I even asked him one time. I just went, you know who I am? And he's like, I know I've met you before, man. And then I say, I'm Silas and Elijah's friend. And then they go, oh, you're right. And then that's how he remembered. I wore a Batman costume one time. Doesn't remember my name. But next time I met him, he went, oh, you were the Batman guy. That's right.
Oh, that was a great story, though.
Yeah.
The Batman story.
Oh, man. That was a terrible party.
But it's not like we've seen him over like months where he won't forget your name or he'll forget your name.
Weeks.
There's days.
Yeah.
Like it could be hours.
I saw him a few
literally
days later.
at the beginning of that event, he didn't know who I was or you.
That's right.
Literally an hour later into the event,
That's right. We walked
didn't
up
remember
to him.
us.
We walked up to him an hour later. We said, "Hey, man, you seen Elijah?" And he's like, "Who are you again?" Dude did not remember. He's got too many friends.
he knows too many people.
He knows too many people.
I'm curious if it's he just doesn't want to.
I don't know. Maybe he's like I don't know. Maybe he's doing it right. Maybe we're all doing it wrong. Like I've got like a group of like 3 or 4 friends.
Yeah.
That I just like talk to consistently.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just like looking to never be bored, and he's just always meeting new people.
Yeah, I don't know. I think at some point I should have a name that's super bland, or not bland, but maybe unique. That way he'll remember.
Tell him your name's something like super bizarre.
So like he will remember. Or maybe I say I'm Craig. So he'll know who I am.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Craig too. But I think at this point.
I think he remembers faces because he always says like I remember your face, like you hang out.
Yeah,
with.
but anyone could say that. I remember your face. Oh, really? What's
yeah.
the name that match? I don't know. I don't know. But I don't. He just doesn't remember.
Yeah.
Like I said, at this point, I think he knows. I think he'll remember me with the group
with
chats.
All these group chats.
With all the
going
group
on.
chat. I think he might remember you too.
I
think he'll know your name, but I don't think he'll remember.
He'll
who
know
you
my
are.
name, but he's not going to be able to match it with my face because he texts me all the time. Like I'll post a Snapchat story, and he'll always respond to it. He always which I appreciate.
He always responds to your Snapchat.
Yeah, almost not a lot, but a lot lately. I think because you started making these group chats, now he responds to all my stuff.
How long has this been going on for? Like a month?
A month-ish.
5 months?
But like I'll post a story or something, and then like he'll message me and be like, whoa, brother, right there with you, or like I'm feeling it.
I mean, he has enough time to go to like bars and things.
Yeah.
If you see his stories, he has the time. It's not like he doesn't.
He's deliberately not.
He just doesn't want to do it.
He doesn't want to do it.
They're offering him $38 for 1 hour. That's $38 an hour.
Not even. But before this,
He could probably do 10 minutes.
he only had to do like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
$38 in 8 minutes.
Easy.
You know how much?
Easy.
You know how long it takes me to make 38 hours in my real job?
38 hours?
Like 3 hours.
To do 38 hours?
Oh, I'm sorry. $38.
$38? Yeah.
Scratch that. Edit that out. It takes me like 3 hours to make that much money. He could have done that in 8 minutes.
He could have made serious money. It's Venmo, so it's like they could have sent it to him and
He
maybe he could have
he
done.
doesn't even have to meet with them. See,
Doesn't even have to
I
meet
did
with
the
them.
thing with my hands. I said I wasn't going to, and I did the thing with my hands, and I made that clap sound. Yeah, he could have made $38 to do 8 minutes.
Easy $38.
Well, now they have.
But on the bright side, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. So
Oh, so strap in if you're still listening. We got
got
a long
minutes.
we got a long road ahead of us.
each second we talk is another. We're doing this for you.
We're doing this for you.
You get more Craig
Here's the
podcasts.
thing. You either have to suffer now and make your own podcast that's a lot longer, or you gotta just hammer Craig until he makes a podcast.
I'm worried that we hyped it up too much.
Yeah, like I'm afraid he's gonna post it and everyone's gonna hate it. No, but at the same time, he's gonna post it and everyone's gonna love it because they're free. They're free now.
But he's only gonna maybe he posts one and he loves it so much he does another one. All he
Yeah.
has to do is the audio file. I'll
tell
edit
you
the
what,
rest.
I'll
I'll
tell
even
you
edit
what.
images in.
If he makes, like, you know, I'm even willing, now I don't want to say this indefinitely, but I'm even willing to consider if he makes like a 10-minute podcast and then loves it and then makes like another 10-minute podcast, we count that as 20 minutes. And just as many podcasts as he make, as long as he adds up.
They have to be quality though.
True.
I mean, I feel like Craig Bertram is gonna
Mess
go
with us.
halfway into it.
You know what I would do if I were him? Which now, going on record, this is not allowed. I would just be like, hey guys, welcome to my podcast. This is as quiet as I can be. And then I would get up, I'd walk out of the room, and I would let it run for like an
There's
hour.
a new rule.
What's that?
There's a new rule. I just made it like today. But I only made it because, and it wasn't before anyone posted a video, so it's totally allowed.
Okay.
Here it is. Rule number 4. In order for a podcast to qualify, it must be a consistent voice speaking coherent thought with no longer than 1 minute drought of either. So you can't just have a silent podcast where you
Okay.
talk every 10 minutes.
That makes sense.
You have to be talking about a topic or a subject. You have to be saying something. You can't just not say anything.
Alright, that's fair.
Here's the thing. The longer he waits, the worse it gets.
True. Because here's the thing, we got nothing but time.
Or maybe the better it gets. Because he puts out a podcast.
We got nothing but time on our hands. And if it doesn't get released, we're just going to keep making it worse and worse. It sounds like a punishment, but we're doing this.
We might want to make it to where it's still reasonable. Because I feel if we do like a 3-hour podcast,
No one's going to do that.
I think we won't ever get a Craig podcast. But if we do like an hour, we might get one.
You're right. Let's keep this to an hour. Let's drop it at an hour.
Or maybe we do 2-hour and make everyone suffer.
No. Like
hell.
Let's let's out.
Anyway, you might want to move a little bit closer.
Sorry.
Consistent.
Yeah. Sorry.
But yeah. Oh, anyway, that's the origin of Craig.
I think we need to write for now. Leave it at 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
And if this problem continues, this problem.
We
if it's a
should.
problem,
What we
it'll
should
work.
do is we should record. We should do this for like 2 hours. Not saying we do 2 hours, but we do a 2-hour one, and then we release 10 minutes every like week.
You're right.
That he doesn't post.
So
one.
that it gets worse.
So it
and
gets worse.
How much time are we at right now?
Like it's probably 10, 20 minutes.
All right.
10 minutes.
We can cut it right here. Well, let's keep recording, but
we could cut it here, and we could do by segment, and then like, hey, you got a week to do a 20-minute podcast before it becomes a 30-minute podcast, a 40-minute, 50-minute. I don't think he'll ever post one though.
I don't think he will either. But
Is it funnier to put out a podcast that's 2 hours and have everyone know that Craig
is responsible?
like Craig could have avoided it and everyone's in the podcast together? Or is it funnier to have a goal that he can reach? Because I don't think if for $35 for an hour, if he's not doing it now, I don't think he'll ever do it.
That's true.
Because he 8-minute podcast, he could have got $35.
I say we keep it an hour. We give him something to reach for because odds are he's not going to do it anyway. And I say we give him like another month, and then we hit him hard with another 2 hours, or we start getting more active in that group chat. Just make it miserable for everyone who's in there.
I don't know. It's a difficult one. It's really hard because I want Craig to make a podcast, but at the same time I love the group chat so much. I just want it to live on.
I do like the idea of trapping everybody unless you abide to their rules, but I'm only saying this because I'm glad that I got out when I did.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting out now before it gets too hectic.
I mean, you're in the other ones though.
That's true, but the other ones aren't that bad.
For now.
That
For
one.
now.
Exactly. They all start off pretty.
The worst part is when somebody I renamed all the group chats
Right.
to Craig's podcast and added him in every one. Now
everywhere he goes, he taints it with his podcast.
Well, now if I used to have one for 2K.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Daniel and a couple buddies, we play 2K every couple nights. Now if he says 2K, it's Craig's podcast. So I don't know if he wants to play 2K or not. Because it just comes up Craig's podcast and I avoid it.
Yeah, so people think that we love torturing them. This hurts us more than anything.
It hurts us both because
I'm sorry, there's a bug. If that hurt everybody, I just ripped everybody's ears.
Speaking of bugs.
Oh, speaking of yeah, okay.
Tell me the story about the bugs.
Okay,
Jordan moved into a new house.
I moved into a new house recently. I like the guys. The guys are they're really nice dudes. I play video games with them and stuff. They're pretty fun guys. The one guy makes music. It's actually really good music.
I did like his one song he did.
Silas and I got a YouTube channel, and he made a song for us, which I forgot to get from him. I got to get that on a flash drive, and then we can put that on.
How long did he record the song for?
30 seconds. It's literally perfect. It's like a perfect small...
I'm sure he could do one for the podcast.
I bet he could.
It doesn't even have to be good.
It could be. It could just be like nails on chalkboard. Just
that would be. That would be really funny.
Yeah. But anyway, moved into this house. I love the guys. Sometimes though, there's just some stuff about it that I just hate. It's not their fault. It's just alright. So for example, when it gets hot out, there's a little divot in the windows. It's kind of uneven. So all these bugs decide to come into my house because I don't know why. Maybe they get too hot. Is it
only in your room?
It's all over the house. But I really only care about my room, so I'm only mad about.
Why don't you seal it up?
I did. You got to see the setup I've got. You played Zombies. When you barricade the thing with just a bunch of wooden planks.
You didn't use
spray?
Yeah.
No, I haven't had time to go out and get any yet. Instead, I just took this massive roll of duct tape, full thing of duct tape.
And just threw it out.
It is empty. Yep. Well, I threw it at the nest. The nest that was up there. No,
wait, there's a nest in your room?
There's a wasp nest right outside the window.
Oh, okay.
Right outside the window. There's three.
You ever seen that scene in The Office where what's his face? Dwight?
Yeah.
Dwight gives one of the workers a crowbar, a baseball bat, a torch, and a bow and arrow, and he just sends the guy out to destroy it.
Yes.
You could do that with one of your roommates.
Just make one of them. Okay, so here's the thing. The one guy doesn't like killing bugs. I'll get into that in a second because, I don't know. I like the dude, but this is one thing I just don't... It'll never make sense to me. But yeah, I walked into my room the other day, and I just noticed a horde of ladybugs all throughout my walls. They crawled all over they come through my window, they crawled on my walls, and it was really gross. I got a bottle, and I caught every single one of them and put them in that bottle, and I counted every single time I caught one. 38. There were 38 ladybugs.
Within the span of...
Within my room. My room alone. Wow. Within a span of 10 minutes. I caught all of them.
Are they back?
No, I duct taped the whole window. The whole window was duct taped.
So you don't have any more bugs in your room?
No more bugs in my room, but there's still bugs throughout the entire house. Okay. So today, I got home from work, I got a haircut.
Can they get in from under the door?
They could.
Then get a blanket or something, poking in.
There's a hole on top of the door, too. There's no matter what I do, there are crevices and cracks throughout my entire...
Like that?
Like this, but the door sinks down on a diagonal, so, it's bad. There's just a giant hole in it.
Why don't you duct tape that?
Because then I wouldn't be able to get out. It's just, at this point, I'm just... They don't come in through that side. They only
come in... Do you need to get out?
I really don't. Other than work, I never need to leave my room. I got bottles in there. I just piss in them. Yeah. So
that
anyway,
sounds miserable.
I got a haircut today, and
I thought you said it was there was one in the shower there, right?
No. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. I got a haircut today. It was you want to wash your hair and stuff after you get a haircut because there's just a bunch of hair lying around. So I went and I got in the shower, and I'm in the middle of showering, and I just keep hearing this buzzing. And to me, I'm thinking, whatever, it's another ladybug flying around. No big deal. Well, then I, like, start seeing it, like, kind of, like, swarm around my face. It's a wasp. And, like, this is just a giant wasp, too. It probably is a normal-sized wasp, but when you're, like, butt naked in a shower and you're exposed to
Depending on the amount of clothes you have, the wasp could be bigger or smaller.
Depending on the amount of clothes you have, the wasp gets scarier. If I had like a sweatshirt and like pants on, the wasp would be like I could fend myself. When I'm fully naked and fully exposed, that wasp could sting me in 100% of my body at that moment.
Oh, that's so funny.
So it scared me.
Yeah.
Not that I get scared of anything, because I'm not scared of anything, but I definitely was not wanting to be in that situation anymore. So I get out there to put on my towel. I reach for my towel. There's a wasp on my towel. Mm. So there's now 2 wasps. I don't know if you guys are keeping count. There's 2 wasps in this bathroom now.
I'll put a wasp counter.
So there are 2 wasps in my bathroom now, and I am just butt naked. I open the door and I even shout out to the roommates. I say, "Hey guys, I'm trying to get my towel, but there's wasps on it. There's a solid chance I'm going to run out there naked because I'm not willing to pick up my towel right now." And they said, "There's more wasps? I killed 3 this morning." So there's already been 3 wasps in this bathroom.
I thought you said that they're, that one of your roommates doesn't like to kill.
No. Spiders. Let me get into that. Well, anyway, alright, long story short, there's like wasp nests just surrounding our house. There's a wasp nest right outside my window. There's one outside the bathroom window. They're just choosing every single window, and they're setting up camp outside and just waiting for a moment to get in.
Have you ever looked up online how to kill them?
See, like, here's the thing. Like, I could do that.
Power washer?
Here's the thing. I've barricaded my room. The rest of the house is their territory. Mm. It's up to them. They do as they wish. So, yeah, there's just wasps now, and I hate it. I could deal with ladybugs. There's wasps now, and I hate it. Anyway, yeah, other roommate has
Why don't you invest in spiders?
No, okay, so spiders.
Like, buy 2 spiders, throw them up in each corner of your room. I mean, not your room, but you could throw them out. You could just grab a spider and throw it at the wasp's nest and see what happens.
Well, I hate spiders also. Here's the tricky part, though. My roommate, Dylan, used to work in, I don't remember what he said. He said he worked at a job, and part of the job he sat at a desk. And some spider had set up shack there in this little corner. And so he made a choice. He could either be afraid of these spiders or learn to coexist with these spiders. His words, not mine. He learned how to coexist with them. My first day moving into that house, I saw a spider on the wall. I went, "Spider!" Killed it. He lost it. He got up. He said, "What are you doing?" Then he gave me that whole sob story about his best friend that was a jumping spider. He named it like Artemis or something like that, or I don't know. Loves it. So now we have spiders that crawl around our house, and I'm not allowed to kill them because they're all of Dylan's friends.
Huh.
Yeah. It's gross. I hate spiders.
Does Dylan happen to work for... Does he do photography?
No, he's in a band. Why?
I heard that he does photography. For the Bugle.
Oh, yeah, like Spider-Man? Yeah. Let it settle. That was a poor joke. That was a bad...
I was going to have it go on a little bit longer.
That was a bad joke. You're like, I caught up on that real quick. Let it settle.
I should have said that I talked to his girlfriend, but...
Mary Jane?
Yeah, well, like that wouldn't work either, though.
There's not a whole lot of Spider-Man references you can make.
Well, I mean, I couldn't say girlfriend.
Right, because they're not really girlfriend. Oh, because he's gay? Yeah. More jokes from you, huh?
I'm sorry. Every turn I tried to take was a dead end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't really work.
So yeah.
That was the best one I could do, and I already invested into the joke. I had to wait. It's terrible, and...
That's alright.
Cut that out.
Cut that out. We'll cut that out.
But anyway.
Yeah, so there's bugs. We have at least 3 different types of bugs running around our... Well, 4 if you count our cat, because the cat has a mutation on it. It's got 10 toes on, like, each paw.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's gross.
Does it kill bugs?
Nope. No, instead, it lets you pet it. Look at this. It lets you pet it for 2 seconds, and then will claw you.
Why do you pet it if you don't like it?
I mean, it's a pet. It's a cat. Sometimes it rubs on your legs, and you think it wants to be pet. Tricks you every time.
But you still fall for it.
It tricks me every time. I reach down and say, "Man, maybe he likes it." I pet him, scratches me, bites me. Mm. Or if you don't feed him, that's another thing that triggers him.
Are you required to feed the cat?
No, I'm not required to, but every time I walk into the kitchen, he'll run right in and sit by his bowl and start meowing. And then they go, don't fall for it, we already fed him. And then when I don't feed him, it scratches and bites me. So
Just a lose-lose?
that's a lose-lose.
It sucks. Sounds like your life sucks, man.
Well, it's a good
But
thing.
you did get a new job, though.
Did get a new job.
What's that like? I mean, we both got a new job.
We did. Well,
Same place.
I've had this job for 2 months now, and I just got Silas the same job.
But I mean, he owed me from. I got him a job.
He
at
got
Shoe
me a job
Carnival,
at Shoe
so
Carnival.
we're even now.
My job has better pay and more benefits. So
My job had Jeremy.
Okay. Yep. You win.
Yeah,
Jeremy's man. I loved Jeremy.
Jeremy was the best boss.
He was the greatest boss we've ever had.
I want to move in
Easily.
with him.
He said he would gladly move in with us if he did not have his 5-year-old daughter. Orphan her, dude. What? I mean, what's that? Come live with us. You know, you get rid of the girl, you don't got to pay child support no more. Orphan her.
I mean, wouldn't you have to?
Put her up for an auction.
Yeah.
Adoption, not an auction.
I think you're right.
$10. Can I get $10? Think about that. Think if you were at an auction and people were auctioning. Oh wait, that did happen.
It did happen. I was scared.
that was slavery.
I was hoping you would stop it. I was hoping you would stop at some point. But I was gonna keep letting you going for a little bit.
In my head, I'm thinking like 5-year-old girls.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking.
What
girls.
if we auctioned off people?
Yeah. No, I realized that was slavery. I realized.
We've done it. I've been there, done it.
I realized my idea was just a more innocent version of a more naive.
Innocent version.
Innocent on my part because I had zero intention of bringing up slavery being a good idea.
Yeah. Could have been worse.
I'd like to transition into my next point. Let's bring slavery back.
But yeah.
I'm sick of doing this work. Get someone else to do it for me.
Anyway.
Free.
New job.
Yeah, I love it. I sit at a desk.
I haven't got to do it yet. All she told me was the first week I sit.
Yeah.
And
So
then second week I listen, third week I write, fourth week she didn't explain.
Okay, so the first week you pretty much sit at a desk with somebody all day, and you watch what they do, and you take notes as much as you can.
Is there anything to take notes on? How many notes did you take?
Not much. I really didn't take any notes because I'm more of a hands-on learner. So I just kind of waited until the week where I actually did it myself, and then I kind of taught myself that way.
Is it that much I need to really memorize?
You gotta memorize some codes. There's like
Oh, so do you need to memorize codes as in, like, if it starts with certain numbers, you need to know what that refers to?
yeah, there's like Armstrong products. You gotta remember it starts with like 5 digits. It's really easy stuff though. And anything that
There's
you
like a
can't
book?
remember, she goes ahead and she prints out everything for you. So I've got papers hung up all over my desk where if I don't remember something, I just find the paper with the answer on
That's
it.
really nice.
Yeah, it's easy.
She seems awesome.
She's nice, dude. She's so nice. Literally, anytime I have a problem, like there was a night or a morning where like my car just didn't start, and I texted her, I was like, "Hey, I can't make it." She's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I just hope you're safe," or something like that. And I just went, "Yeah, thank you." The other day, I had to go get work done on my car, and I was like, "Hey, Edie, this place closes at like 5." She's like, "Oh, you can just take the day off if you want." I was like, "No, I still want to come into work." And she's like, "All right, well then just leave by 3. Make sure you get there on time to get your stuff changed."
Yeah, because that was the day you came home early to cook for
Dude,
one.
she's great.
For one person.
Yeah, I know. I cooked. Side note: I cooked a whole meal for Silas's whole
We
family.
had a great video planned for that.
Yeah, and I was gonna cook. I cooked a whole meal for the whole family, and only one of the family members showed up to eat with me.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
But I had places to be.
Yeah, I know. So apparently, so did everyone else that I was unaware of.
Yeah, well, do what you can.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Job's awesome. You sit at a desk. You answer phone calls all day. Yeah. Second week, you sit in a classroom, and until
I thought she said I had to watch a video. Is that the first week or is that second week?
You watch a warehouse video. It's a dumb video. It
How long
shows
is
you
it?
like 5 minutes.
Dang it. When you go to Shoe Carnival, you get like a whole 2 or 3 days.
Worth of videos.
It's just videos.
Horrible.
And like none of it helps you.
Never.
No,
I fell
one
asleep.
thing helped me.
I fell asleep.
I know what a Mary Jane shoe is, and I know what a mule shoe is. That is the only thing it helped me with.
I couldn't even tell you that. The cashier
Well, you
videos
worked. Yeah.
the cashier videos were horrible. I fell asleep during mine.
You definitely had more videos than I did.
Jeremy even came in one time and caught me asleep, and he woke me up. He's like, "Hey man, you fell asleep." I was like, "Oh, Jeremy," I didn't really know who he was at that point. I was like, "Jeremy, I'm so sorry. It'll never happen again." He's like, "Nah, man, I don't care. I just just keep pressing play and play on your phone. I don't care." He just wanted me to get through all the videos so that it showed.
I love Jeremy.
I loved it.
Yeah. Where's he work again?
Shoe Carnival.
No. Where's he work? Mason.
No, he actually yeah,
He works at Mason.
He works at Mason now.
I'd want to see him, but I don't know if I want to drive to Mason.
I went to the Shoe Carnival the other day at Beachmont, and I started to walk in hopes I'd see Jeremy, and then I remember he didn't work there anymore. Walked right out.
Really?
Yeah, didn't.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one else there that really is entertaining.
Tamika.
Yeah, Tamika.
I love
But
Tamika.
Alex and Matt, the guys who used to work there.
I never met them. I left before they got there.
I tried to. We used to go to like Skyline and eat afterwards. I haven't seen those guys in like months.
It's because I came home.
Months.
You haven't seen them because I came home.
I don't know. Well, I think it was that and the fact that I quit the job.
Yeah, exactly.
But like as I was leaving, as I was walking out the door on my last day, I think I worked with like Alex or Matt. And I was like, all right, this is probably the last time I'll see him, man.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, we'll probably see each other. And I just went.
And you've never
no.
seen him since.
No, we won't. I think we both know.
I mean, I've tried. We've tried. We tried getting him involved in some of our videos.
Yeah. I'd love to. I think they're going to like a prom.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to go to that just to mess with them.
Just crash it. Can we show up in like full suits?
I mean, because like you're only allowed to go if you're under 21.
We're 20. We're 20.
That's what I'm saying. This is my last year I could do it.
That's true.
So if I wanted to do a video on it, this would be the year.
We should have asked all those guys to let us go to the MVCA prom. Just show up.
They had that idea, but it was probably good that I didn't.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it could have potentially been bad.
See, I don't see anything wrong with it.
I don't know. They said that they're like they just bowled a lot. It's just a lot of bowling.
Yeah.
And it was at Racket Club, right? You went.
Yeah, I did. You know what? I did. They you show up to this like YMCA. It's like a YMCA
I thought you went to
knockoff.
Scene 48 or Scene 54.
That was one of Scene 75.
75.
It's literally an arcade.
Didn't you go to that too?
Yeah.
So you went to that, then you all took a bus to the Racket Club?
You drove your... No, it was two separate proms. You're mashing two things together. It was we went there... We went to the racquetball club one year, and it's literally you play basketball and dodgeball, and there's rock wall climbing, and tennis. Just normal. It's like going to the gym, but we did it as a prom event. Like it's something we could have done any weekend, but we did it for a prom event, so it was fun.
How much money did it cost?
$50
for each person.
Yeah. That was prom ticket and after prom. Yeah, it was dumb. And then the next year we did prom. We went on a boat. We went on like a cruise. It was not really a cruise, but it was like a boat that just went down the Ohio River.
That must have been at least fun.
Well, it was
better than.
It was freezing, so they didn't let us outside. So we got stuck in the.
Who didn't let you outside?
All the chaperones, all the teachers.
So the chaperones.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like the crew. They could care less.
They couldn't care less. The
Oh.
chaperone said it's too cold. It was like 40 degrees. All of us were wearing suits. We got jackets on and stuff. They said, nah, too cold. So instead of letting us go outside on top of the boat where it was actually really cool and like you see the lights and you know that you're on a boat, they put us down low under just inside the boat. So it was like being in another room.
So you went to the like cargo bay?
Yeah.
Like, below?
Yeah. It was carpets and it was like where we ate dinner and they just moved all the tables around and we danced there.
That sucked.
Yeah, it got really hot real quick and then we said, man, it's so hot. Can we cool off and step outside? No. No, it's too cold out there. You'll get sick.
Huh.
Okay. I paid $50 to be here.
You paid $50 for that event too.
Yeah.
When did they go? When did you guys go?
Sometime in April or May, I think.
So then they kind of knew it was going to be cold and they still planned it.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, they planned it like months and months in advance.
But still, you planned it in a month that's going to be cold.
Or raining. Yeah.
Or raining, and you decide to go boating.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wasn't on the committee. I had no say in it. But yeah, and then after that, we went to Scene 75, which was just an arcade. And you had to pay like $20 to get $20 worth of tokens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you win anything?
A painful memory. I was so upset that I went on that prom.
Really?
It wasn't even a prom that I wanted to go on.
Huh.
But I went because everyone else was going. So all the guys convinced me to buy a ticket. And so I buy a ticket. I'm ready to go to this prom. Then, out of nowhere, everybody decides it'd be so fun to bring a date, to bring a girl.
Well,
So-
that's what a prom is.
So all the guys get girls to take, and then I get stuck taking a girl. I'm not going to name her. I got stuck taking her.
Yeah. I know who it is. I didn't. You're probably right.
I like her. Like, she's nice and all, but, like,
But
I ended up paying for her and oh, man. Like, why? Why would... I barely danced with her.
here's the thing: is everyone knows who you're talking about, except the people who don't, like, weren't with you, and the people that weren't with you
Don't know her.
just don't care.
Yeah, probably not. But either way, then who... Yeah, she's a nice girl, but, dude, didn't even dance with her. Like, all the slow dances, she'd, like, run away. So... Probably because of me.
Yeah, you're probably trying to grab her, and she just
Yeah. Well, I was trying to, like... Oops. You know? I don't know. And she was not having it. And then we went to the after prom. I drove her there. Didn't see her the entire after prom. Which didn't really bother me because I kind of hung out with the guys. But, like,
Yeah.
still had to pay for her to be there.
I mean, I'm sure you weren't the only guy who didn't bring
Yeah.
a date.
I should have just gone stag.
Yeah.
And if I would have owned it, it would have been a cool thing. Instead of just saying I went without a date, you call it going stag.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I've never gotten stag.
Yeah, I would go stag.
I've never gotten to a prom.
See, that sounds better than saying I didn't have a date.
Yeah. It sounds
Like,
it sounds like,
oh, that's so sad. You don't have a date? No, I chose to go stag this year.
but it sounds like cheating. Like
cheating,
cheating. It's like saying you have big bones. Or
but
like,
you're fat.
But you're just fat.
That's a sugar coating thing.
Yeah.
I'm going
For
stag.
your self-esteem.
Yeah. Like when people say, "Oh, that girl broke up with you," and you say it was a mutual agreement.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
You probably experienced both.
Yeah. No, I actually don't think I've ever dumped a girl. I think I've only ever been dumped.
You in a relationship?
I am now.
You have a chance?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm never going to break up with her.
Yeah.
So the way it's ending is
Unless... That's probably not true. If she
you-
probably
okay.
stabs you, that would probably...
she stabs me, I'm out.
She stabs me, I'm gonna think about it, and then I might be out.
She stabs me, okay, I'll give her a second chance. Fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me twice.
Then
You're
it's
on thin ice.
It's a mutual... Fool me,
You're
fool
on
me
thin
twice,
ice.
you're on thin ice.
You're on thin ice.
Yeah. No, she, I like her though. I'll keep her a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Until I'm bored. It's like a video game. I'm gonna keep her till the next... it's like a basketball
Till the
video
next
game.
level?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna keep her till the next one comes out. And if she hears this, I'm gonna text her right now and say, "I'm sorry, baby."
I didn't mean it. Send her, I didn't mean it out of no context.
She's not gonna... Well, the last thing I sent her was just a one-word text that says wasps. Because she was trying to text me, and I was fending off those wasps. So I just sent her the word wasps. And then she said wasps, ? And I haven't responded
You know, be a great
yet.
segment
What's
on
that?
this podcast is if we just read your texts.
All of them?
Yeah, it'd probably be boring.
Yeah, it's probably boring.
Yeah.
So
We
what
could
am I
make them
saying?
interesting.
I'm sorry, didn't mean it.
Sorry, I didn't mean it.
Now she's gonna think I didn't mean to send her the word wasps.
That's a freebie.
Yeah,
Then well, you can
Now I
just
don't
post
have
it a
to.
link to this.
could.
But it's
You
so
wanna
funny
know?
because we're about I
We're
think
probably like a half hour into this.
40 minutes.
I think so.
I started recording about 20 minutes in, or hit the
Wow.
timer at 20 minutes, so we're at 21. So
Man, this is a lot easier than I thought. How can Craig not do this?
it's not hard.
You just sit and
You
talk.
just sit and talk. We do this on a regular basis,
Yeah.
but we just don't hit record
Yeah, it's
or
true.
have a setup. And
It's
this
true.
setup sucks. It's only one microphone and one laptop.
Yeah, and we're just sitting on a little pull-out poker table.
Yeah.
And
With a chair that squeaks. Listen. Like, it's terrible. It's a terrible setup. Also, if I play any games and I move an inch, the chair squeaks.
Yeah, no, I hear that through the headset all the time.
Really?
We'll be playing anything, and you make the most subtle movement. And then I just know it's you. I know it's your chair. You gotta put some...
The worst part is if we're playing, like, Friday the 13th, where you have to be stealthy.
Yeah, where
and
you have to be.
and like,
Oh, where
so
you
like,
have to be so quiet. If you make any noise,
Yeah.
anyone around you is gonna know that
Yeah,
you're there.
so, like,
and you.
so like when you're walking around the house, you don't know I'm near you. I'll like move a little bit, so like I don't know, I'm
Yeah.
nervous, so I'll move, and then my microphone will pop up, and Jordan will go, I hear you.
I've caught that too when like we're playing like Siege or something.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we'll get really into a game and we'll just both be mutually very quiet. Like we'll be really focused on the game, and I just hear and I know it's you like leaning forward. Into
Yeah, because it's intense. Like I have a small monitor, so I have to lean in to look.
like when you get into a game, I just and that's when I know Silas switched it. Like he's in this game now.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Friday, if I'm hiding under a bed, I'll lean to like get. I don't. It's like it's subconscious. I'll lean to like listen, but it won't help me. Or like try to look, but it's like a painting. Like you can't look around. Like it's already there. And I look, like I don't know why, but I'll look in and I just won't hear you or see you or anything, and then the chair will squeak, and it'll give me away or something.
No, that cracks me up. Speaking of, it is Friday the 13th.
They did a new update.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to play it.
I think they just added one new character. If I'm being honest, I don't even know who it is.
So I embarrassed myself at work a little bit today. So my birthday's coming up.
I thought it happened.
It's on Sunday, but they celebrated it today at work because we don't work on Sundays. It's the Lord's Day, so.
Of course, I understand.
Anyway, so I go in and there is this cake on the table. Like they've got this whole party set up and it's really cool. Like it surprised me or whatever. There's this cake sitting on the table and I thought it was the Hulk. And I look at it and I go, wow, how'd you know I like Marvel? I was like, this is really cool. And she's like, thanks, I put so much effort into it, I didn't know if you were gonna like it, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, the Hulk is one of my favorite characters. And then she goes, it's Frankenstein. And I just went, why? I just blatantly asked her,
You know what
why?
you could have said? You could have said Frankenstein was yellow.
That would have been worse. That would have made her feel worse than it already did.
Well, no, you could have been like, I'm sorry, what I read.
No, I got all excited because I thought it was the Hulk. She goes,
No.
it's Frankenstein. And then I said, why? I said, why'd you make Frankenstein? And I felt bad immediately after that for, like, already criticizing her effort into my birthday. And then she said, it's Friday the 13th. And I went, I'm a jerk.
I mean, there's 3 scenarios that you could have. Number 1, you could have, like, accepted that and been like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Number 2, you could have said Frankenstein's yellow. The books say yellow, so I'm sorry, I didn't watch the movie. Mm-hmm. And then 3, you could have acted like... Well, that's another option. I was going to say number 3 is you just act like you didn't hear her. So she goes, it's Frankenstein. Oh, thanks for Hulk. I love him. I love Hulk.
Essentially, that's kind of what I did. She said it's Frankenstein. And as she was saying that, I started to cut myself a small piece. And I said, oh, man, yeah. And then as I took a bite, I went, wow, this tastes so good. I was like, man, I love the frosting. I started talking about how good the cake tasted, and then she backed off real quick. Like, she was off my case after that, so I was safe.
Was it good, though?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good cake.
Did they ask you what flavor it would be?
No. I didn't know anything about it. Apparently, they've been sending each other secret emails for like a week straight.
Oh, dude, we could get our own email chain.
Mm-hmm. We could. We can.
I don't know what we would do on it.
It's like when you're in middle school and everybody got that Gmail for the first time and everybody was Gmail chatting each other and thought
Those
it was
are
really
so funny.
cool.
Dude, one thing you gotta do is you gotta look back on the stuff you've sent to your friends and stuff on those websites. Like Facebook.
Yeah.
That one night when I looked and I saw all the stuff I sent, I was dying. It was
You know what,
the funniest
dude?
thing I've ever seen.
I don't know if we want to stoop to this because most YouTubers do it, but if we like just don't feel like doing a vlog one day or like don't feel like doing a skit one day, we could sit down and make a whole video that's like a cringe video of us going back and reading through our old messages on like Facebook and stuff.
Gosh. There's a lot there.
It could be. I know when I first got on Facebook, because here's the thing, my dad was super strict. So when I was younger, everybody else got a Facebook and an email. I wasn't allowed to have any of those things.
You got a Facebook?
No.
Now.
I do now. I had a Facebook in secret. That's sad. You want to hear that? I had a Facebook in secret because...
And then your dad poked you and you deleted it?
No, I had a Facebook in secret because I had this one friend who I went over to her house, and she was kind of a rebel, and as much as a third grade person can be. And she was just like, she's like, you don't have Facebook? I said, no.
In third grade you made Facebook?
No, it was like a little bit older than that. It was probably like 5th or 6th grade or whatever it was. I don't know,
I'm just fact checking.
Somewhere in there, I don't know. You could check whatever year my Facebook was created. That's when I did it. And she's like, you don't have Facebook? Like, I was the biggest idiot in the world. I was like, no, I don't have a Facebook. My dad won't let me. And then
that made
me a loser.
Yeah. Well, you could have said like, I don't got the time for it.
We'll see. Yeah, but I didn't think like that. So I was like I was just honest about it. I was like, yeah, my dad won't let me.
Then sad piano music
Immediately shamed. Immediately, everybody in that room was like, wow, like, you're a baby.
How many people were there?
There was like 3. But it was enough at that age to make me feel horrible about myself. So eventually she's like, I'm making you one. And then I went, no, don't, my dad will kill me. And then she said, too late. She made it for me and then gave me the password and everything. And I just made myself private so that unless you were friends with me, you couldn't see anything.
That's a good scenario.
Yeah, so my dad never found out. And then eventually one day he was finally like, you can make a Facebook now. I said, cool. And then I just logged in and made it public.
Does it show? Will it show when you create?
It did, because then my dad saw it and he said, how come there are posts from like 2 years ago? And then that was a long discussion I had to have with him. But
I'm hacked. I've been hacked.
But I know that this
I've been hacked.
Dad, somebody made a fake account for me.
I've been hacked already.
Yeah, so he was mad about that.
That would have been really fun.
But I know that
you missed a golden opportunity. I've been hacked. And immediately delete it.
All I know is the second he gave me permission to have that thing, I messaged every person on there. I would sometimes just sit on Facebook and wait to see somebody's online thing pop up.
You owe me $60. I just remembered you smashed my cell phone in my school bus.
Oh my god.
That's why I was like, because I remember we messaged. I was like, we didn't really message on Facebook because you smashed my phone. Then I had the message on Facebook.
You're too far gone.
Remember that?
You're too
You remember
far
that?
gone. Yes, I remember.
I literally
that.
had my phone out. I had one of the flip phones, but it flipped like sideways or it slid maybe. I don't know. No, it was a flip. I flipped it out and I was texting. And Jordan goes, that's really cool, what is it? And I said, well, and he slapped it out of my hand, and the screen, like, broke. It went to that, no, it did break.
Oh, man.
It went to that rainbow function, you know, where, like, the pixels all die, so the pixels all, like, get corrupted, and it looks like a rainbow. And I said, what'd you do to it? And you went, I did nothing, and you left. You got off the school bus, and you walked indoors. I had to come home, and I told my parents, my phone broke, and they said, how'd it break? I go, Jordan smashed it. And they gave me a new one. But you owe me for that.
Did you have to pay for it out of pocket?
No.
I don't know.
But my parents had to.
Oh.
And I still have to deal with that guilt today.
Oh, that was so...
You smashed my phone.
Funny. Alright, you owe me $60 for a game, so we're even.
No, because you smashed my cell phone and my... No, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh my gosh.
You owe me a cell phone. You owe me that type of cell phone too.
You want that type specifically?
Yes.
God, I don't even. Do you remember?
With all my pictures.
I think it was a.
I was. What grade was it? It was like 8th grade.
No, it was younger than that. No.
It was about 8th grade.
It was probably because we rode the bus.
And I had a killer ringtone. It was "Give me that fillet of fish" from the McDonald's commercial. I thought it was the coolest thing at the time, and you smashed it, and I never could hear it again.
No, the funniest thing about that too is like we all had ringtones. I just remember you having fun and cool ringtones, and I always wanted them.
So you smashed my phone.
I smashed your phone. No, I know I would always ask you for them, like, please, please give me that ringtone.
I do remember that.
I'd like beg you, like, please.
And I wouldn't send it to you, and you get so mad.
Yeah.
That was so funny. Oh man, you smashed my phone. I can't. As soon as I got you on the podcast today, this is all I wanted was to get retribution for you smashing my cell phone.
Smashing that phone.
Smashing my cell phone. Wasn't even a funny joke.
No, you just want a phone out of this now.
No, I don't want a phone. I want that phone. I'm gonna look it up.
It was like a Motorola or something.
So you remember?
I remember smashing it.
Do you remember why?
Because I wanted your ring.
Was it a flip phone or did it switch out?
It was switched out.
Switch out. I don't know how to type this in. How to, like, find it. Like, flip screen?
Ugh. I don't know.
Flip phone? 2005? Jordan, you smashed it, and I'm going to find it. See, I don't think flip would be flip out. I think flip is like switch. Or flip is like a Motorola, because all I'm finding are these things that don't help me.
Dude, I don't remember.
You remember enough to smash it, and
I
you remembered
can't
enough to
remember.
what it was. This is it. That's not it. Maybe it's older than that. Motorola. We'll try 2007. Did they even make flip phones in 2007? This looks like it.
So I think we should just have a mutual agreement to just forget about it.
This is it.
Oh.
I found it. This is close enough to it.
That was close enough to it.
That's
you're
close enough to it.
All right, I'll find that phone. I'll get it to you.
You owe me a flip phone. And I get to... Now, this time when you give me that flip phone, I get to smash it out of your hands.
Fine.
Deal?
Fair.
That's fair. Okay. We'll film it.
Okay.
But you didn't... Here's the thing. Is you didn't smash it more than once.
Yeah.
You smashed it 4 times.
No, I smashed it once.
No.
How did
You
I
smashed it the
one
first time. I go, why'd you do that? You go, because it's funny. You're a bully. I remember I hated you. Now that we keep going, I hated you. And only I liked you when...
When I wasn't bullying you?
No, like in 3rd grade, I hated you. Or 2nd grade, 1st grade, I hated you when you were there. Then when I came back, we became like best friends.
Yeah.
Which is real. I don't think I remembered you at all.
No, I remember you hating me.
I don't remember why.
No, I remember.
I think it was because you came back from Glen Estee. And it was
No, that was 6th grade. You liked me when I came back from Glen Estee. No, because when I was younger, I was like, I definitely wanted. I think I was like I wanted to be in control of everything, at like always. Like I always wanted to be in control. I wanted everything to go my way, and I remember very specifically. I learned real quickly. Especially with Griffin. I remember doing this very specifically to Griffin Dickerson, and I always feel bad for this. But like if he'd be talking and I just felt like saying something and I didn't want him talking anymore, I'd just punch him. I'd punch him in the arm and I'd make sure that it hurt. So he'd be like, ow, and I'd be like, hold on 1 second. And then I would start to talk. And I just wanted to control everything. I wanted to be talking all the time.
I hate these stories. It makes me hate you more.
Yeah.
Let's get off the subject.
Man.
Did I tell you that time I got stabbed by a pencil?
No.
This should be a running gag where I never explain it. I never explain.
Is that a real thing?
I got stabbed by a pencil.
Nick
by
Petty.
a pencil. I got stabbed with a pencil.
Nick Petty got stabbed with a pencil, and the lead got embedded into his leg, and it's still there. When he pulls like his pants up or something, you can still see the lead stuck in his leg.
I got stabbed like Caesar. I got stabbed like 6-8 times.
When? Who did that?
2nd grade.
Who?
I don't know if I want to share it. I might want to never explain the story.
When we turn this off, can I know?
No, I think it's even funnier. I think it's even funnier. But Jaron Heil, I remember one time with Jaron. Jaron Heil probably remember it, but when I was with Jaron, I remember one time it was in Mrs. Way's class. She was like helping us do presentations. I was really good friends with Daniel, and I think that was like the year me and Daniel became best friends. And I guess in my mind I didn't think you could have more than one best friend. And at the time I was really good friends with Jaron, so I had to tell him. So I went to his desk. It's better is I sat right. I sat right next to him, and it was like a half moon, so like everyone was in a half moon. And like I just turn and look at him and I say, Jaron, I can't be your friend anymore. Daniel's my best friend now. And then I look back and I just start drawing again. And he just starts crying, and Mrs. Way comes over.
Oh my gosh.
Mrs. Way comes over and she says, what's wrong, Gerald? And he just looks at me and he goes, nothing.
Oh, that's so funny. Jaron Heil, dude. Dude, I remember Miss Way. Okay, Miss Way got me in trouble one time because she got me in trouble twice, actually. And both instances were me trying to quote my dad. Thad Painter was giving a presentation about something, and he started to talk about tobacco, like tobacco usage. Well, I didn't really know what tobacco was. I didn't know, like, it was like, you know, I didn't know what tobacco was. And I could have sworn he was saying Tabasco, like the hot sauce. And he kept talking about tobacco and, like, not wanting to use it and, like, it's bad for you and stuff. And I just went, I don't get what the big deal. Like, I leaned back in my chair and I went, I don't get what the big deal is. I even said tobacco.
Yeah.
I was thinking Tabasco, but I kept saying tobacco. I was like, I don't get what the big deal is. I love tobacco. My dad uses tobacco all the time. He got me hooked on it. I love tobacco. I was like, I put it on everything. Yeah, Miss Way, so she pulled me aside, and I got in trouble for interrupting the presentation, for one. 2, I got in trouble for talking about tobacco usage as a second grader. And then 3, I had to call Thad's mom on my own time and apologize to her.
For what?
For interrupting her son's
That's weird.
presentation. I had to call and say, I'm sorry for... Like, I had a written script and everything. I'm like, I'm sorry.
That's weird.
It'll never happen again, blah, blah, blah. Second time, we were talking about planets, and we got to the moon, and they started talking about the dark side of the moon and how it's too cold for anyone to venture to or whatever. So astronauts have never been to the dark side of the moon. I leaned back in my chair and I went, my dad's been to the dark side of the moon. I just went,
It's so petty, but it's so funny. Because definitely some kids are like, yeah, well, Jordan's dad's been to the moon.
I got told on. I leaned back, I just went, my dad's been to the dark side of the moon. And then everyone went like, what? I went, yeah. You know, that thing she just said no one can do? My dad's done it. And then someone raised their hand and said, Jordan's telling us that his dad's been to the dark side of the moon. I just went, quiet, you idiots. And he told on me. So she made me go.
Who was it?
I don't remember who it was. It was probably like Adam Romick or something.
Yeah.
I just remember it was the most shameful thing in the world when she said, Jordan, come up here and write your name on the board. Not only did I get my name written on the board, I had to do it myself. It's like digging your own grave.
Yeah.
So she made me go up to the board, I had to write my name onto it. One was for talking during class, and then I had to put a check mark next to it.
Oh, yeah, the check marks.
For lying.
What was it? Well, if you write your name, you get a warning.
You put a check mark, it's like a written warning or something?
No, if you get a check mark, you had to stand on the wall at recess.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember I wrote my name down. I've never been in trouble before, so I stood at the wall. And she goes, why are you here? And I went, I got my name written down. She goes, it's a warning, get out there. And I go, oh, okay. And I think I was there for like 3 minutes.
I remember one time I got... There was a kid standing on the wall I think it was Jamie and Daniel. Jamie and Daniel were standing on the wall because they got in trouble for something. And it was something that the 3 of us had done, but only them 2 got in trouble for it. And I went up to them and I said, ha 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 ha, you got in trouble and I didn't, even though I did it too. And Miss Plikard was standing right behind me and heard me. Like, she heard me saying, I did it too. And I got away with it. And then I think she was going to let it slide. But I reached down and I picked up gravel and I threw it at them. Not only was I shaming them for having to stand on the wall, I threw rocks at them.
Oh,
and then Ms. Plikard said, why don't you go join them?
And then they threw rocks at you.
Then all the teachers got together and they threw rocks at me too.
I remember when we played football, like, I don't know, back then still.
You played football, I didn't. That was
no, not actual football.
Oh.
Like, in the recess.
Oh, yeah.
They were just starting with 2-hand touch, and I was chasing Jamie. I was chasing Jamie, and I don't know what kicked in my mind as I was chasing him. I was like, I gotta get this guy. So I just jumped with 2 hands out. I think I got him. I swear I got him. I think they didn't call it, and I just ate gravel. I just rolled. I got cut up, and everything. It was so funny. I think I got him though, and I think I might have won the game for us, but I probably didn't.
Dude, I look back at it, and I wish I would have enjoyed high school and middle school more while I was in it.
We definitely did, though.
I wish I would have enjoyed it more, though. Like, I remember just thinking all the time, man, I cannot wait to get out of this.
And now you wish you could go
Now
back.
I wish I could just stay there.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could go back and just stay there. It was so much fun. We messed around so much, and it was worth it. So much fun. Now look at us. College dropouts.
Yeah. We make millions.
I loved it. So much fun.
Gosh.
I think it's probably about time for us to wrap up. I think we're sitting on the edge of an hour.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah. It wasn't hard to do this, though.
Yeah, but
It just shows anyone can do it. It's not hard.
If I'm being honest, I highly doubt anyone listened past 10 minutes of this.
There's got to be one. There's
think
always
so?
one guy. There's always one guy.
If you're that one guy, don't even comment in one of our group chats. It could be any of the group chats. Comment in the group chat something random. They just have to say one random word.
No, you got to have a code word.
That's what I'm saying. It's got to be something random. It's got to be a code word so that we know he listened all the way through.
No, say something about, like, I don't know, what's something we talk about? Rocks.
Say something about rocks.
Say this thing rocks, or
But say rocks in all capital letters. That's not obvious enough. I'll get it.
yeah, all capital letters rocks because Jordan threw rocks.
Just say
I
something.
guess.
You could say anything rocks. It doesn't even have to be the podcast. Just say something. This rocks.
Yeah.
And then we'll know you're dedicated.
Or you could say this is okay. It sucks. Doesn't rock.
As long as you use the word rock in there,
Yeah.
I'll know.
We'll definitely know.
And we'll thank you.
Well, thank you. I don't think anybody will get. I think as the podcast progresses, less and less people will watch it.
Yeah. I think there might be one person who thought it was entertaining enough. Or just was bored.
Here's the thing: it's not meant to be entertaining.
Mm-mm.
It's meant to follow the rules and make sure that Craig produces a podcast. That's
That's
long
it.
enough.
Signing off. Signing off. Craig, make a podcast.
Make a podcast, Craig.